Hello everybody. Today we are going on speaking about pronunciation matters. This time we are going to describe consonants. Their manners of articulation. This time we are going to focus on obstruents, that is the category that comprises stops and fricatives. And we know that stops comprise plosives and affricates. Oral stops are sounds produced with a complete blockage of the mouth cavity. The soft palate is raised, blocking the nasal tract, and two articulators come in close contact to each other, preventing the flow of the egressive pulmonic air. Plosives are produced in three stages. In the closure or approach stage, two articulators come into close contact to each other, and this starts the compression or hold stage, in which the egressive pulmonic air builds pressure behind the articulators until these articulators separate suddenly, letting the air escape in producing a kind of explosion. That is why the sounds are called plosives. Plosive consonants are paired in voiced and their voiceless counterparts, and there are three pairs of consonants: bilabial, alveolar, and velar. As you can see in the diagrams, in all cases the velum or the soft palate is raised, blocking the nasal tract, and there is another point of blockage that does not let the egressive pulmonic air flow through the mouth. Then the other group of stops is conformed by affricates. There is only one pair of affricates which have a voiced and its voiceless counterpart. In this case, there is a closure stage in which the articulators come into close contact to each other, a compression hold stage, which is shorter, and the release stage is much slower than the release stage of the plosives, and that is why the air comes out producing some friction, which is audible. As you can see here, we have again the velum blocking the nasal tract. In the first diagram, you identify the closure or approach stage, in which the tip and blade of the tongue articulate with the teeth ridge and the back of the teeth ridge, and then a homoorganic release stage in which you can see the narrow space through which the air escapes, producing friction. The other group of obstruents is conformed by fricative sounds. Fricatives are produced with the blockage of the nasal tract by the velum, which is raised. That is why it is another oral sound. And the articulators come near to each other, but letting narrowing through which the air escapes, producing turbulence or hissing. and that is why the name of the sounds. Fricatives are grouped into the four pairs of voiced and their voiceless counterpart sounds. We find the labiodental fricative, dental fricative, the alveolar fricative, in which the tongue approaches the teeth ridge and is positioned in a shape that seems to be a groove to let the air escape with this hissing sound. And then we have the last pair, which is the palatal-alveolar fricatives. In all cases, as we mentioned with the other sounds, these are oral sounds because the velum is raised, blocking the nasal tract, and the air escapes through the mouth. Thanks for sharing, and we are going to describe each sound in detail in future videos. Here I share the bibliography used. Thanks.